father. When can I leave to be on my own? I got the whole world to see. Let's go, Tibbo. Great adventures awaits. I'm made out of high quality material. Skitty, 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 skitty. Since a lot of people loved my impression of Pauly Shore's Pinocchio, I thought I would do it again for this video. Hey guys, this is Jason, and today I'm reviewing another Pinocchio film, this time being directed by both Guillermo del Toro and Mark Gustafson, who is known for doing some stop-motion work like the PJs, and this is supposed to be a new take on the Pinocchio story. And this is the third Pinocchio film we've gotten this year after the live-action Robert Zemeckis film from Disney. And if you watched my review, then you already know how I feel about that Pinocchio film. And we've also had the Pauly Shore animated Pinocchio film, which did become memorable, but not the kind that it should have been. And of course, we've had the animated Disney film from the 1940s, and even the Martin Landau Pinocchio film from the 90s, and the Roberto Benigni Pinocchio films as well. And now we have this Pinocchio film, this time being directed by Guillermo del Toro, which I am a fan of del Toro's work, whether it's Pan's Labyrinth, which I do own the Criterion Blu-ray over there, as well as the two Hellboy films and Blade 2, Shape of Water. I think he's one of the best visionary directors of all time. And it is about an old man named Geppetto who is dealing with the loss of losing his son during the Great War in the 1930s, and decides to make a little wooden puppet named Pinocchio that later comes to life by a blue fairy, and Pinocchio has a lot to learn about the real world. Now again, I was excited to see this film because the idea of Guillermo del Toro directing a stop-motion animated Pinocchio film sounds like it has potential to make a great movie. And does this movie succeed at those expectations? Yes, it does succeed at those expectations. This is a wonderful film with incredible animation. The backgrounds look all realistic, as well as the character models. The way they move is natural and believable. For me, definitely one of the best parts of this film is the animation. The voice acting is genuine. Everyone in this movie sounds like they were giving it their all, especially the younger actor Gregory Mann as the voice of Pinocchio does a really good job here. He sounds naive when he needs to, and he does a really good job with the emotional moments as well. This movie can also get very emotional at times, like in the beginning of the film, and this isn't a spoiler, it's part of the plot synopsis. When Geppetto loses his son, it was heartbreaking. You do start to care about him in the film, and once you see his relationship with Pinocchio grow, you do start to care about their bond very well, which can also tug in the heartstrings quite a bit. And without giving anything away, this movie takes some things from the original book and the other Pinocchio films that we're used to seeing and changes them around, and I'm sure fans of the Pinocchio story might not like because of how different it is, like involving it taking place during the Great War. I actually think it makes more sense because that is supposed to build the relationship between Geppetto and Pinocchio, and seeing their bond grow definitely makes those changes worth it. See, the Pauly Shore Pinocchio tried to do something similar by adding changes, like instead of Pinocchio's nose getting longer and him going to Pleasure Island and dealing with Monstro in the end, they decided to change some things, like have most of the film take place around a circus and give Pinocchio a talking horse and a human girlfriend, and that movie did those changes incredibly wrong, and this movie shows how you do it right in execution and have them feel earned for the film. Now let's talk about something that I didn't expect when I was watching this film, and that is, this movie is technically a musical. Not exactly a musical. I mean, yeah, there are times whenever Pinocchio is singing on stage or when Sebastian J. Cricket, voiced by Ewan McGregor, sing and dance. And most of the songs do really work for this movie whenever they play a more happy song to lighten up the mood after a very sad moment, or whenever they play a sad song during a very tragic moment. The songs may come as unexpected for this film, but for me, I think they actually work pretty well. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is, in my opinion, the best animated film of 2022, and it's easily the best Pinocchio film of this year when you compare it to the other two. And for me, I think this might be the best Pinocchio film ever. Its only competition is the animated Disney film. It has fantastic animation, really good voice acting, good songs, a very engaging and heartfelt story, and changes I actually thought worked. If you're a fan of Guillermo del Toro, and if you're a fan of stop motion films like Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, or Corpse Bride, or Coraline, then definitely give this one a watch if you have Netflix. I'm gonna give Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio an A. So guys, if you did watch Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, what did you think about it? Did you think it was a masterpiece, or did you think it was one of the worst adaptations ever? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like this review, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.